So back when I was talking about the sailing ships, I only focused on the base game variants, which you can get easily simply by building your sailing shipyard. But now that the videos have been doing quite well with regards to the sailing ships, steam ships, and the airships, I figured why not discuss the ones that you can also get via specialists with the sailing ships. And I've already pre-built them, and we're going to talk about them today. Let's go. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Anno 1800 Beginner's Guide series. Thank you all, as always, for being here and enjoying the content, messaging, all that stuff. I think my game just froze. Oh yeah, that's a great way to start in the episode, isn't it? So, today I want to discuss the last category of ships. I guess I should have done this during the sailing ship episode, but I was trying to see how the video was actually going to be received, and it was received very well. So now, I want to discuss some of the sailing ships that you didn't even know existed, and would you actually want to invest your time in trying to get some of these? Maybe. We're going to talk about them now. Primarily what we're going to be focusing on here are pirate ships. We also do have a royal ship thrown in there, but we'll get to that point very quickly. So let's first discuss the gunboat. As we mentioned, the gunboat is your very first military ship, has 2 guns in the front, doesn't do a lot of damage, it's kind of mostly for harassing. You can also put it for like a little bit of an escort mission with your schooners and stuff like that, or just go and harass like an enemy harbor that doesn't have any defenses on it. But there is, in fact, a pirate gunboat. Oh, and an explosion in a gold mine. Funny how we were talking about pirates and a gold mine explodes. I'm just putting that out there. Only my luck. No other Anno creator has this issue. Okay, it's just me. So, with the pirate gunboat, you'll see that the size is actually double the size of a normal gunboat, but does it actually have double the benefits? Well, kind of. The maintenance cost is the exact same. The hit point values are the exact same, but the damage value is what's higher. Okay, so this particular gunboat is capable of dishing out a little bit more damage than the regular gunboat. So its attack speed being 3.2, and this one's only being at 4, is a bit of a problem. So damage per second is definitely going to be the main difference between the two, but the damages per shot are the exact same. So that means that this thing will fire one more time before the other one does. In my opinion, if you want to just say you have it, you can get it. But the thing about the pirate gunboats, and really any sort of pirate vessel, you can only get them one of 2 ways. The first one is either getting it through a specialist that you have, and I'll go over those specialists later on in the video. Or 2, you can actually purchase it from the pirate himself or herself in this case. And so I did in fact get from her. And it's very simple later on to actually get to this point with them. Okay, normally they're going to start at war with you instantly. But if you just keep, asking for ceasefires, and they progressively ask for less money, up you go, then they'll eventually get to an alliance, and you can purchase stuff from them. And they actually have, you can sell them a lot of beer. They'll love beer, and you can get advanced weapons from them, which is fantastic if you don't feel like making the chain yourself. So back over to the ships, going over to the ship that you all know that I'm not particularly that fond of, being the Frigate. The base value is obviously, so we have the 35 damage per second with 140 damage per shot. I don't know what's going on with my internet connection right now. Don't really care about it either. And 2,000 hit points. So really, this thing is really meant for protecting your trade lanes. It can do a little bit of harassing the enemy ports, but you will eventually figure out that this ship is just going to be like paper. So I'm going to deal enough damage for what it is, okay? But on the other hand, the pirate variant is something that I would 100% say, yeah, you can work on this a little bit more, because the damage value for the same amount of hit points, right, is better. 43 damage per shot, 3.2 seconds for attack. This one's only at 4 seconds, 140 damage per shot, 140 damage per shot. So, like, this ship is a good one to actually start putting some like better cannons or sails in order to make them more effective. You can even put like ship hulls in there for increased hit points. Pirate frigates are actually decent at going up against ports and whatnot, because they will be able to fire faster and deal more damage while doing so. I wouldn't say, like, at this point, really, it really depends how you're playing the game. Because if you're still at the beginning stages and you're starting to get into steamships, then you're going to tend to forget that these ships even exist, right? Or if you're turtling to the point that you want to utilize these ships, then yeah, obviously, you're going to want to get these guys 100%. But the next ship on this is really discussing the ship of the line itself, which is named the score too. I don't even know why. So its base values, as we mentioned in the sailing ship episode, this one is primarily going to be the ship you're going to use for your conquests. Okay, this is the Mac Daddy of the sailing ships, the one that's going to dish out the most damage, but unfortunately does have a little bit of a tendency of being inaccurate. So its base value is 525 damage per shot, 8-second attack speed, and 65 damage per shot. Or 65 damage per second, excuse me, is not bad. Is not bad. Obviously, you're going to be firing these things en masse, so you're going to be having a wrecking ball of destruction, right? But there are, in fact, 2 other ships of the line. Why the heck did they put 3 in here? I don't even know. But let's discuss them. So we have the pirate ship of the line here first that has 87 damage per second. The values are all the same, okay, except for the attack speed. So this thing's attack speed is 2 seconds faster than the regular ship of the line, being at 8 seconds, and this one being here at 6, okay? Right off the bat, you're going to know this thing is going to dish out more damage. That's what you want, right? It is very good. Very good. But on the flip side, you have the royal ship of the line, which is at 8-second attack speed, but its damage per shot is more than both of these, which they're at 525 respective, and this one here is at 650. And it also has 1,000 more hit points. So the royal ship of the line and the pirate ship of the line are capable of being built via specialists, okay? You can purchase the pirate ship of the line from Anne or Jean in the New World. There are rare, like, I typically don't wait until they spawn in to actually purchase it from them. So I tend to get the specialists and just build them myself. But if you want my honest opinion between these two, while I do appreciate the attack speed, I really appreciate durability above everything else. And that is where the royal ship of the line excels at, okay? Yes, you will be dealing a little bit less when it comes to the attack speed and the damage per second, but the flip side to this is it is a stronger ship, and it's just overall, it's just more sensible to use this particular ship over the pirate ship of the line. If you really want to just get a pirate fleet and just go to town, man, just go for it, okay? You're going to be so effective. 4,000 as opposed to 5,000, obviously, you have that 1,000 difference, but you're going to be putting some specialists in both of these ships to make them more effective. My plan in the future is to actually have a run in which I only utilize sailing ships for the entirety of the campaign, okay? Actually crippling myself hardcore to only be able to use these ships. And you know the AI is going to do a lot of stuff to hinder the progress of somebody who would do that. Steamships will demolish these ones, but the royal ship of the line having more durability essentially means that it's going to be a very good tanking unit. And when you put specialists in it, it will even become more effective. So you can actually increase its attack speed. You can increase its attack range. Its durability even more. And obviously, if your influence is definitely going to help out in this. So like if you go over here to your military, having First Sea Lord for 25% extra attack speed is also something that's pretty cool. But there is one other ship left. And it is not a sailing ship. It is in fact a steamship. And that is the Pirate Monitor. I'm going to be telling you straight up, and this literally calls it the golden behind. This thing is, in my opinion, not worth it. Why? 1, it's a monitor. 2, its damage value in comparison to the other monitor, it's not that much higher, okay? Yes, the damage per second is a little bit higher. I think the other one is at like 32 or 36. This one's at 48. But it still has the same amount of hit points. It still has the same amount of cargo slots and item sockets. And to be perfectly frank with you, Pyrphorian Warship just absolutely outclasses this thing. 100%. You have a flamethrower in the front and anti-armor gun in the back. Like, can you get any better than that? This thing obviously does 120% damage to metal-hulled ships. That's fine. But the metal hulled ships, if it's a massive fleet, are going to sink these things before you even figure out what the hell happened. So ultimately, I would say, as far as which ships to really invest your time in, just to recap, I wouldn't really focus too much on the pirate gunboat. It will be useless by the time that you actually get to the point of actually buying it. The frigate, if you decide that you want a turtle and you want to get the specialist or get the pirate frigate and then go to town, worth it, but make sure you put some specialists in there. As far as the ships of the line are concerned, obviously base ship of the line is still going to be very, very good, okay? I don't want to downplay the fact that this ship can do a lot of damage, right? These two ships, on the other hand, they are special ships, they are obscure ships, the game's not going to tell you they exist until you find them out way later. But I'm telling you this now, so if you are planning on having an entire royal fleet, you can have it, because it's right there, and you don't have to download a mod for it. But I do, honestly, at this point, probably say take a look at the Nexus for Anno 1800, because you can get a lot of ships on there. Okay, and if you're one of those people that love ships like I do, you'll be like a kid in a candy shop. You want to just live out your pirate dreams, and obviously the pirate ship of the line is for you. Either of these ships are going to work for you. All three of these, honestly. My personal favorite, and what I would probably work towards getting over the other ones, would probably be the royal ship of the line. And don't even bother about the monitor, because this thing is just garbage. In my opinion, again, humble opinion. You guys in the comment section, definitely discuss it. Tell me what your thoughts are with regards to the pirate monitor, if you would consider using it. If not, I've never been a monitor type person. I prefer the battle cruisers because they're a lot more effective and I can optimize them better. So as far as the specialists that you're going to need for these particular ships, I will go through them right now. Sir Milfoy will be for the royal ship of the line, and you obviously, we need to talk about this one more time. The Harbourmaster needs to be in range of these sailing shipyards in order for them to actually populate with the ship in question. The other one being Shi Yang, I believe I'm saying it correctly, hopefully, fingers crossed, adds the pirate ship of the line. Same thing, it's right there for both of these two. The next one is going to be Petra Piper for the pirate frigate, and then you'll see that it instantly populates over there. And then there is one final one being Gideon Small, of whom will add in the pirate gunboat, right? I didn't go ahead and build the guy or for the pirate monitor. I just figured it wasn't necessary. If you want my complete transparency between both of us, I just saw one lingering in Anne's Harbor and I just bought it. Okay, that's literally how much I care about the pirate monitor. But if we were to go actually over here, that's the wrong button. If we were to go over here, if you have the research points and you have, again, the Land of the Lions DLC, all you need to do is just type in here, pirate monitor. And it is, in fact, this lady, Maria Pizarro, of whom will build the pirate monitor for you when you put her into a Harbourmaster's office. Ah, and you know what? The good Lord hath provided. I'm buying it. So let's just recap it now. This is the Pyrphorian warship, 56 damage per shot, 510 damage to wooden-hulled ships, that's one, and then 70% to metal-hulled ships. This is where I would be like, okay, the positives and negatives of both of these, pros and cons. 6,000 hit points as opposed to 3,000, right? You already know this thing's going to be a lot tankier. 510% against wooden-hulled ships, they're going to decimate everything, okay? And even the metal-hulled ships, this one's at 70%, the other one's at, what, 120? That's what it was at? 120. Is it really that much of a difference? No, it's not. These ships will live a lot more than those other ones, and you can optimize them better. So, honestly, this is the one rare time that Anno 1800 actually worked in my favor, and it's helping me out with this video. So, I'm actually going to take this ship over there, and we're just going to do the scenic camera and just look at this beautiful ship, because this is the one you want to work on. And yeah, randomly she'll get these ships brought into her harbor, and you can purchase them. It really depends. Obviously, you're going to have the funds in order to do it, plus influence, all that good stuff. So, until next time, my friends, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Hope you appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are with regards to these pirate ships. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Have you ever done a pirate-only campaign? I would be very interested in knowing if you have or you haven't. I might consider it. I might actually live out my pirate dreams to do so. But until next time, my friends, please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing it with your friends. Thank you all, as always, for all your tremendous support. We are very close to 1,300 Rantians, and that is incredible. We haven't even had this channel for a year. I didn't think that this would even happen in a year. I thought I would be still stuck at like maybe 20 people looking at my channel, but no, there's a lot more. So thank you all so very much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate every single one of you, truly, and I will catch you in the next episode, my Rantians.